morning, friends. How's everyone this morning? Well, you're probably wondering what I'm up to today. Welcome to Stacy's cooking show. I like to call it Heaven's Kitchen. Today's a special day. It's Father's Day. I'm sure you found some special ways to show love to the father figures in your life today. It could be a father or a grandfather or some other special person who loves you and takes care of you while you're a kid. I decided that I would make something special for my grandpa. Because we've increased our family bubble this week, I can see my grandma and grandpa again. I'm so happy to be able to spend time with them. Whenever you think about what to give someone as a gift, you have to think about what's important to them and what their favorite things are. So my grandpa's favorite thing to eat is fruit. He loves fruit, and he really loves God. And my grandma was telling me all about this thing in the Bible called the fruits of the Spirit. And so, what a great gift idea! I thought you might like to watch me make a fruit of the Spirit salad for my grandpa, in case you wanted to make something like it for the special person in your life. That's right, fruit of the Spirit. I'll tell you all about it while I make this special gift for Father's Day. First, you need to wash your hands really well, like sing happy birthday while you're washing your hands. That's how you know it's long enough. And you'll see that my mom also tied my hair back. You don't really need an apron like me, but a spoon and a bowl would be really good. And it's important that all the fruit gets washed. My mom helped me with cutting up some of the fruit too. You shouldn't use a knife without checking with your family, even if you're making this as a surprise. We have here a bunch of ingredients for my salad. For this recipe, there are 9 fruits. Let's see what we have. Ooh, we've got some Love strawberries, some Joy oranges, some Peace apples, a little Patience banana, a few Kindness blackberries. Oh, and those Goodness grapes. Blueberries of faithfulness, kiwi of gentleness, and lastly, some mango self-control. So let's get started. Every good cooking show gives you some information while they're cooking, and I'll tell you about the fruits we're using today. The Bible tells us that the fruits of the Spirit are the ways Jesus showed us to live a good life and to show others God's love. And so, let's talk about them. The first ingredient in our Fruit of the Spirit salad is Love strawberries. They're red, and sometimes when you slice them, they look kind of like a heart. I'm going to put some love in my fruit bowl. Love is sometimes really easy, don't you think? When people treat us well and make us feel good, we feel love. But what about when love's hard? I wonder if God thinks we should show love even when it's hard. Like when my mom's upset because I broke the rules and her face looks disappointed. Do I still love her even when it's hard? Well, Grandma says that that's just the kind of love that Jesus showed us and wants us to try to show. The next ingredient is these Joy oranges. I think they remind me of joy because they look kind of like a smile. We'll put some of those in there. Grandma said joy is a big happiness, no matter what's happening. Is it possible to have joy when things are not good? Like even in a pandemic when we can't play at the playground? Well, I've learned that I can have joy when things are not good. Because even though I'm sad to not go to the playground, I know that I'm helping my community stay safe and healthy, which makes me big happy. The next ingredient is Peace apples. I don't really watch the news, but I've heard it from my playroom when my family's watching, and I know there seems to be a lot of anger and fighting right now. It's something about people being treated differently because of how they look, and that's not right. It doesn't seem peaceful in the world all the time. But Grandma told me that I can feel at peace in the middle of bad things if I pray to God to help me. And then even if things are crazy around me, I can have peace in my heart. Let's see what's next. Oh, Patience banana. Oh, I find it hard to be patient when the bananas come home from the store and they're not quite ready to eat yet because they're so green. I have to wait a day or so for them to yellow up. That's hard sometimes. And remember back last summer when I was fishing with my friends Chad and Bones? You need a lot of patience to go fishing. Patience is a hard one for me, but Grandma said it's another thing that God really wants me to work on. Next, let's throw in some kindness blackberries. Grandma said kindness is so important. We're supposed to treat others the way we want to be treated. I think the world needs a lot of that right now. I can show kindness to others no matter what they look like, no matter what they smell like, no matter how old they are or how they dress, no matter what. My grandpa's really kind. He treats everyone the same. And Grandma said Jesus also showed great kindness, and Jesus is the #1 example. And here are, goodness grapes. Goodness me, this is looking like a nice salad. This makes me think that God's so good to me, and I should be good to others. And these are blueberries of faithfulness. Faithfulness means keeping our promises. God keeps his promises to us, so we need to keep our promises to him and to the people around us. Sometimes I say to my mom, I promise I'll clean my room, but okay, I can get distracted, and I don't really like cleaning my room, but my mom expects me to be faithful to my promise, and so does God. So we're almost done, so how about some kiwis of gentleness? Kiwi has this rough brown outside, but inside they're all soft. Sometimes being a Christian means that we stand up and speak up for what we know is right. But also, being a Christian means that we treat people with kindness. My grandpa's very gentle and kind. He's a good example of how Jesus acted towards people and how God wants me to act. And the last one is the mango of self-control. Oh, I love mango. I could eat and eat and eat mango, but I have to hold myself back and not eat too much, because I'm not the only one in this house. That's self-control. Sometimes self-control is also not pouting and shouting when I'm not allowed to do what I want to do when I want to. Grandma said adults have to practice self-control even more than kids because they don't have anyone telling them to stop doing the things that are bad for them. Jeepers, I better get this self-control thing in hand before I grow up. So there we have all these great fruits. I'm going to stir them all together. Look at how beautiful it is. Grandma said that God gives us all love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Whew! But that's up to us to practice them and make them grow. This will make us grow in faith and love for God, and we'll be doing what Jesus showed in his life. He had all these things. None of us are perfect, well, except Jesus, but God wants us to do our best. Normally, I don't think prayer is a part of a cooking show, but I feel like I need to pray for God's help to grow these things. Dear God, thank you for the fruits of the Spirit that you gave us. Help us to practice love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control every day so we can grow in faith and treat others the way God wants us to. Help us to always think of others and be compassionate. And God, please bless the people in our lives who father us every day, and thank you for the examples they are in our lives. Amen. My grandpa's going to love this gift. And oh, I think a dollop of whipped topping on the top will make it even better. I hope you have a chance to show the special person in your life how much you appreciate them today. Happy Father's Day to all your special people. Bye, friends!